This is Harriet Tubman. She was born between the years 1820 to 1822. We're not exactly for sure when she was born because we cannot find the exact records. She was born in Dorchester County in Maryland. Although there is no longer currently a house in this area, this was where Harriet Tubman was born. Harriet Tubman was born with the name Ermita Ross, but however she changed her name to Harriet Tubman when she married a free slave named John Tubman. Harriet was born into slavery. Her first owner rented her out to many other men around the area who needed help from her. These men were very cruel to her and treated her very badly along with many other slaves. Harriet was about 19 or 20 years old when she escaped slavery in the year 1849. When slaves escaped, many owners would put awards out for someone to bring their slaves back, and they would reward them with some type of money. In 1850, Harriet had her first rescue mission. She helped her niece and her niece's 2 children escape slavery in the year 1850. Throughout the years of 1850 through 1853, Harriet traveled along the coast helping bring many slaves to freedom. The news of Harriet rescuing other slaves became very popular, and Harriet was getting noticed, and many slaves wanted her help. In the year 1859, Harriet moves to Auburn, New York, which is a free slave state, and she uses her home, the one in this picture, for slaves passing through to hide. In this picture, you can see the Union States, the Confederate States, and the border between the Confederate Union States. This statue depicts 2 white people helping African Americans in the Underground Railroad. The Civil War began in 1861, and Harriet wanted to do anything that she could do to help. She worked as a nurse and a cook, and also she did many other duties to help during the Civil War. In 1863, Harriet led the Combahee River Raid, working alongside with General Montgomery of the Union Army. During this raid, Harriet helped rescue 700 slaves. This picture depicts a scene of Harriet Tubman helping other slaves escape. In this picture, you can see that this is Harriet Tubman's family that she grew up with, but however was separated from them throughout the years. This picture depicts how slaves were treated during the times of slavery. With the help of Harriet Tubman, many slaves were able to escape slavery through the Underground Railroad. Not only was Harriet the one helping them, but some slaves did it on their own. Harriet Tubman was known as the Moses of her people. Go Down to Moses is a song she used to communicate her coming and going through the Underground Railroad. Harriet Tubman was not only a hero, but a disabled person. She had narcolepsy, or as others would call it, sleeping spells. She could fall asleep at any time in any place. This was caused by her owner throwing a 2-pound iron weight at her head. And after this, she's always had severe headaches and severe problems with her head, which later caused problems in life. During the Civil War, Harriet was not only a nurse and a cook, but she was a soldier. But best of all, she was a spy, and she was used during many missions to help save slaves. This picture depicts some slaves working on a cotton farm, which was very common during this time. Many statues were dedicated in honor of Harriet Tubman because of her great actions that helped lead to the end of the Civil War. This year, in 2016, Harriet Tubman will replace Andrew Jackson on the $20 bill. Harriet Tubman was a very courageous woman. She was a hero, and she helped save many lives. She has made a great impact on our society in the United States, and this is why I chose her as my topic. This is one of Harriet's most famous quotes. I freed 1,000 slaves. I could have freed 1,000 more if only they knew they were slaves.